Today we're going to be replacing the fuel tank on our backpack blower. It's a Poulan Pro PR 46 BT, also uses the same tank for the 48 BT. I'll put the part number in the description for the actual tank you need. The part number for the old one no longer exists, so it took me a while to figure out what part replaces it and still fits correctly. It's a pretty specific design. It's got two screw inserts, two bolt inserts on the bottom that hold it in place. Goes that direction like the old one. And if you have a different backpack blower, the procedure is pretty much the same, but this one started leaking. I'll show you where this one is leaking. So this nut insert on the old tank started getting some cracks around it, and it just drips and drips and drips until the tank is dry. It's a very slow drip, but it's annoying because it stinks like gas, and I can't store it in the garage anymore because the entire garage smells like gas if I do. So finally found the correct fuel tank. We're going to replace it here. You can see this one comes with a couple of lines here. We'll see if we can use these or if we need to use a different hose to make everything fit up correctly. We'll go through that in detail here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to unbolt this guy from the bottom. And you can see there's two Allen head bolts there that hold it in place. So we're going to unscrew these two, get the two fuel lines removed from here and here. Those two there. Let's see. There we go. Get these two fuel lines removed, and then remove the tank, and then we'll work on installing the new one. Now when you get the old tank off, there are some plastic washers that are on the back side, right there, that plastic washer. Make sure you save those because the new tank did not come with those. When you get the old tank unbolted and off, between the tank and the base plate, make sure you grab these little plastic black washers. There's one on each nutsert between the tank and the base plate, so make sure you save those. The new kit does not come with those. You'll notice that there's two lines coming off the tank, same as the old one, and the two lines have slightly different purposes. One is the feed line, and one I think is a return. On my old tank, if I pull the cap off, you'll see that the line to that side, this one here, has a filter on the end of it, and it connects to that particular spot on the carburetor. And the other line, this one here, comes down and it's on this side, and that one is an open end line, and I can show you in the new tank. They are positioned the same, but if you're working on a tank replacement, make sure the correct line goes to the correct inlet and outlet on the carburetor. So this line here goes in, and maybe in about another inch inside the tank, it terminates and it's open. There's nothing on the end of it. And this line here, it goes in and has a line that runs all the way to the end there, and it's got a little filter on the end of it. So we're going to make sure those go in the correct place, exactly like the old setup here. So I'm going to remove these two lines. They should come off fairly easily. If they don't push side to side. You will break those nipples off. And we're going to get this one off. We've got the old tank off. Make sure you clean out any residue or crud that's built up underneath it. And we're going to compare our tank to the old one, make sure we actually do have the correct one, and the sizing and everything. As you can see, they're both identical. This one's just a lot newer. So we're going to go ahead and get this tank positioned in here. Make sure that you're using the two black washers, these guys here, that came off of the old one. And then this particular tank came with new Allen head bolts and washers and everything, so we're going to use those. I changed my mind because of the tight space in here. I got the fuel lines on first, and then after that I'm gonna bolt this guy in. When you get the fuel lines on, make sure that you get them pushed all the way up, like so. Now we're gonna get the tank bolted in with the washers between the base plate and the tank, and then the bolts and washers in from the outside. All right, we're all done. It's bolted in. The fuel lines are on. I'm also gonna get this air filter cleaned up. There's one knob here, one knob here. Unscrew those two and check your air filter. This one's not too dirty. If it is pretty dirty, grab a new one off of eBay or Amazon. I'll put the links below for the air filters as well as the tank, so that you know where to grab the parts for this. And if you have a different type of blower, the procedure is pretty similar. Might be different part numbers, but it's going to be about the same as what you see here. Really easy repair. If you've got leaks, don't throw away your blower. It's a really easy fix. We're going to get this back on, and this guy should be ready to go. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below, like, and subscribe for more content like this, and see you next time.